All right, let's do it to it. Thursday on the big show. Corked Stats, fastest freaking show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. With your freaking boy, yo, Big Johnny Stud, coming to you worldwide. Brooklyn, New York, as always. Coming out that damn chair, as always. Hold on one second. That tech stuff came in a little bit low. I was playing around with the production. I've got a little something for the people that were asking about the, what's it called? Like I don't know, like a banner, like a game update where we're at. I don't know, volume is checking out on my end, so I might just be stupid. I guess I buried the lead. You could see it up there right now. What's going on, mi gente? So I'm going to try and take a little bit of that constructive criticism as we roll through this thing. Who am I? The girl dem sugar. Follow me up on Twitter at John Legaza Flow, sharpening a damn razor, yo. Burning the candle on both ends. Football stuff, I think it's finished. If there's something missing, you let me know. I'll add it. I'm just asking all of my, sharps out there calling out the Claxton, right? The Claxton sound for all my Spartans.
Martin, what is your profession?
Put on your handicapping hat and dive into the NFL stuff, right? If you're a prop bettor, look at the stuff that you're generally looking for. Are you able to put the puzzle together the way that you want? I think the team level data is second to none right now for the price. Legit second to none. Check it out. Just everything. You know how I roll, just like the baseball sheets, compartmentalized, macro, pace of play, efficiency. Again, you find that shit for fucking $2 a week. All right. Enough of that shit. Me shaking my hoo-has. We need more of this. 9 games today on the short slate. Hopefully this will be the fast show I'm always dreaming of. Yesterday was a slight down day. We had it. We fucking had it in our fucking sights. That plus 150 Royals bet, they were up twice. They were up 1-0 and then up 2-1. They had a chance at a big inning 2 times. It didn't get it done. You kind of knew we were going to get F'd in the A. That's what happens when you face the Dodgers. Unfortunately, fucking sucked, man. But what can you do? I'm still up on the season. Somehow, I swear, I'm like ready to pull the plug on betting. Baseball is such a hassle with it's such a challenge, with football going on right now, right? When you don't have your sole focus on something, I just get worried we're going to end up getting caught up in a thing. All right, enough of that shit. Best part of waking up. Some pitching sheets up in the mug. We've got to try and get my... See, there we go. We're going to start with Cleveland versus Detroit. How do you like that, my people? Jeff L. Doesn't work for me, brother. Chandler Bryant, morning stud. Morning to you, kiddo. Mr. Toronto, good to see you. Heroic, what's going on? Sam and the Cadillac. Can't lose with the tools we use. Damn right, bro, Seth. So, I couldn't figure out, like, graphics or some shit like that, but I got the little banner, and you know what? It dawned on me, for people scrolling on YouTube, press the like and subscribe button, by the way. It's probably a pretty big help. Right? Probably a pretty big help if you're scanning to just know exactly where we're at. So, hey, you know what? Hat tip that fucking shithead. Listen, like I said, I am really very honest and transparent, and I even look for, what's right in the things that people I despise say. I think that's important. So, all right, let's do the thing we do. Me and you, Corked Stats crew. First up, Parker Messick on the bump for Le Gardien. They're minus 124 dogs on the road in Detroit Rock City to face Keter Montero and the Tigres. We got spanked in that last Montero start, if I'm not mistaken. Man, I already really love this banner, to be honest. That said, Messick has got to be the better pitcher by a mile. Though Montero's been very good in the whip department, Messick has the strikeout stuff and the better elevation rate. Plus, Detroit just lost Riley Green. Kind of a major piece in that offense. Listen, Montero's been much better this season. In particular, we're always looking at those lefty splits, which he has corrected quite a bit. Though, you can see where it starts to get a little worrisome, right? The xFIP at near 5.5. The fly ball rate up in the high 50s. Now you're facing Cleveland. Are you worried about home runs? Probably not so much. But definitely worth noting. So I'm not coming off the soapbox. I think Messick is the better pitcher. He's been fantastic on the road all season and just great down the stretch. Messick is fucking awesome. I'm really hoping for a gem. I think I've got him going in some best ball final tournaments right now. DraftKings has 250K up top, man. Let's fucking go. Right? Can we get one home for the good guys? So Detroit v left these last 30 days has been pretty rough. I think they get shoved around by Messick. Anytime you're looking for the Guardians to score, it's like passing a fucking kidney stone, man. They just don't ever get it done. They'll get you close, but they never get it done because there's just zero power, right? 078 ISO, 33 hard hit with the low swing rate. Got to be bottom three, extra base hits last 2 weeks versus righties. So it's always such a fucking slog with the damn Guardians, especially with the bullpen kind of playing like shit. I guess I like the guards still to win. I probably like them more F5. My worry is the minus 130 gets bumped to a minus 150, which it does, where I think I'm out. So I think you got to just suck it up and face, either roll with the Cleveland bullpen or kind of default to the model, which is saying like, I like the under. Sometimes the model comes off really sharp, right? Though that total looks like it's dropped. You scoundrels doing the thing you do. Once the model drops, right around, you figure 10 to 8 o'clock every day, the piranhas are in there. B. Rose is up in there, man, monging on all the fucking CLV. So early bird gets the worm. Sign up. Don't be a fucking cheap bitch your whole life. So, yeah, I like Cleveland to win. I'm going to put that as the show pick, just as I really like Messick at minus 127. But given my record in afternoon baseball and my record backing the Guardians, I should probably just fucking leave that one alone. Next up, it's Pittsburgh at Miami. How do you like them apples? Look at that transition, baby. Good to see D-Trip got the Messick over K's your word. Me too, my friend. Good call out, kiddo. Appreciate that. I've got that also. Will Flam says Montero over 2.5 at minus 160. Is that earned runs? That would be too much for me. Crazy Ghost says the lurkers are here. Yeah, we'll go on. What's going on, Wody? Yeah, I freaking love you people, man. Bunch of sickos in here. So you know what, man? Again, I want to shout out Dick Bag because the push to get me to try and highlight what game we're on. Now, you know what? Now I feel like I'm satisfied because I want to flip around. Now, I'm not trying to dizzy you, but I'm trying to show you how to use the tools. It really fucking matters. That's some of the feedback I get on the show. People sign up because I'm showing you actually how to work through these puzzles. But at the same time, I do understand if you get lost on YouTube, you're like, where the fuck are we? I try and roll the algo with the board, but it doesn't always work that way. So now, you know what? Again, so hat tip to you, fellow shitbag, survey says. That was a correct answer. My boy Braxton Ashcraft on the bump, minus 119. Slight favorite on the road in Miami to face Tyler Phillips. I don't get this one at all. This is my what the fuck is this line today? Braxton Ashcraft is the better pitcher by a fucking country mile. Phillips trying to make the transition over from reliever, and it's been hard. It is hard. Again, it's why I separate starter stats from reliever stats. You have everything. The arsenals are generally different. A lot of times the velo is different because effort load is different. Plus, there's that whole time through the order thing, right? If you were listening to my fat ass bloviate about Michinsky yesterday, he got fucking destroyed. So I really like Ashcraft, and I think he's fucking excellent. 21 KBB, nearly 30 CSW, just elite command and control, like Tariq Skubal levels of command here. 31 balls, 67 first strike, 39 chase. My boy owning up to the bully metric. Love Braxton Ashcraft plus the ground balls. He's even been a little bit unlucky on the fucking homers. I'm not buying the 19 homers. Again, 1.3 homer 9 is right around the average, maybe a little bit below. But 35 fly ball, 6.6 barrel with the goods he's got. Give me Ashcraft legit all day. All day. I don't know. Phillips has struggled against lefties, and I think that comes back to Burnham. I like Lowe and Brian Reynolds today. Though I understand if you are holding your nose when I'm trying to push the Pirates on you. Yar, matey. Their ass. Their fucking offense sucks. And I should have known better, right? We were doing the fucking chin scratch. We were doing it for so long. They were playing so well on offense after losing so many critical pieces. Like, you can't just lose O'Neal Cruz and Connor Griffin on a team that's kind of put together with fucking duct tape and then lose Ryan O'Hearn. We knew it was coming. I think O'Neal Cruz is set to return, but not today. Did the Marlins lose? I think the Marlins might have lost Stowers. The Marlins lost Stowers to the IL, right? So that's definitely a pretty big ding on them. Though they've been really interesting with the platoon stuff, right? This sounds like the new wave for bad teams would be work that heavy platoon. Man, how much am I loving this band right now? I really am. Nats, now Marlins, realizing that, you could find these like really cheap kind of secondary, tertiary pieces that no one's interested in and just platoon all the time and pinch hit all the time. And it's been working for them. Bullpens look like pretty much a draw. I think Marlins are better on the season for sure. But Pittsburgh has definitely done its thing. They added new guys into the fray. So I think that's probably believable going after the more recent stuff. I mean, I've got Pittsburgh for like the cleanest win at this price. I was looking for one live one. I wanted to see if we actually bashed it. Again, we have a habit of doing that. I'm seeing minus 128. So if you're going to want to get it, you want to get what a getting is good. To that point, probably something I got to try and do more earlier in the season is hammering out the bets. Right. Lately, if you're noticing, because I have so much football work to do also between the modeling and the sheets and stuff, I just bang out baseball, right? I get off, I put up the show picks for you people, produce the podcast, and then put up picks. And you know what? I don't know why I wasn't doing that. Sometimes I like to wait for lineups and stuff. I don't like the idea. I felt like a lot of pitchers were getting scratched, but que sera, sera. There is no perfect answer. Early bird, of course, getting the best price. So I'm with the model in this one. Give me Braxton Ashcraft and the Bucks for like a pretty clean win on the road today. Next up, it's the Mariners at my New York Yankees. Pinstripers, Bronx Bombers. I love the Highlanders. Logan Gilbert on the bump, plus 126 underdog. In a boogie down to face Max Fried Eggs, minus 135 for the bad guys. Man, this is like asking me to split the fucking baby, King Solomon style. Love Logan Gilbert and love Max Fried. Why wouldn't you love either one of them? Gilbert had a little bit of a struggle early on. I mean, that was the easiest buy low call ever. Logan Gilbert is legit one of the best pitchers in the world. He is as good as anybody on a per inning basis when you put all these fucking tools together. He's got just everything you're looking for in a pitcher, and he's so very good working that four-seamer up. He gets all the pop-ups and stuff. Max Fried, same way. I know people kind of bash him a little bit for what's perceived as a lack of strikeout stuff. I mean, he's running a 24K, 16 KBB. It's not terrible. The 10.5 swinging strike, again, quick lesson, right? Back in the napkin math. Just literally back in the napkin math. Double swinging strike rate for a quick estimate on K. So you could expect it to come down, but even still, does it matter? Doesn't matter. He's a fucking ground ball machine. Max Fried, it can't be correct. This has to be wrong. I'm going to double check myself. Hold on 1 second. That home run number just can't be correct. Could it be correct? It's almost impossible. Inconceivable. It's true. It's true. Max Fried has allowed just one home run in 81 and a third innings. That is insane. That is it. Our prices are insane, man. Holy crap. That just came to mind too. Something I should say came to mind. I forget who it was who was popularizing it. Shout out to them. These no home run games, like betting on no home runs in a game. I feel like in Yankee Stadium, just in general, you're going to get a good look at it, and these offenses are such ass. Fried's been as good as anybody down the stretch. Same for No Block says Yankees did what was needed to do. I thought I was on Yankees yesterday. I didn't bet it because I was a pussy, but I was on it. D-Trip says unders. Yeah, under 8 word up, my friend. I'm with you. Again, I'm really digging this. I'm really, really digging the batter here. Oh, you 8. I got 7.5, maybe heading towards 7. Did it pop up to 8? There might be 8s available because I'm seeing 7.5 even money. Under 8, I'm seeing minus 128. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, go for it. By the way, people, Drip also likes Yankees. F5, you're missing me on that player because I don't like the price there. Oh, Crazy says under 8 was available last night. So quick shout out, number one, to all the listeners kind of participating. Number 2, I think the big lesson here, as always, is Early bird gets the worm. Yeah, I just mentioned betting at fucking 9 o'clock opposed to 1 o'clock is a huge difference. Getting at nighttime opposed to early is everything. By the way, speaking of which, I'll be on with the Source Network crew, every midnight Thursday into Friday has been really good. No block, is that right? I like the under, said the price wasn't worth it. Yeah, you probably know better than me. I'm a little bit scrambled. I'll take an L on that one. I may actually pay up for the like if I were going to bet this one, and I'm usually not like paying for juice. I think this is one spot you do that to get to that solid 8 covers so many combinations on the distribution curve. It's hard for me to get around that. But that's it. 7.5, just a really low number. But same token, these offenses are just fucking terrible. I mean, the L7 stuff on both of them is it rotten? We got to give the Yankees their due. Again, I should be on that. I've been talking about looking out for the Yankees, getting it going. Then they had a bad game, and I kind of got fucking meh. Jeff says Sauce talked him into Mariners at 5. Again, dude, getting plus money on Logan Gilbert is going to be a strong bet. That's why Kyle is so good at what he does. Like in a nutshell, that's why he's so very good at what he does because he's a price identifying better. And over long stretches, that's going to get you to the promised land. Right? Who's next? Cincinnati at the White Sox. Let's go. Hey, Abbott. Andrew Abbott on the bump for the Red Legs, plus 120 dog down in Chi-Town. Wrong side of the tracks, bad part of town. Davis Martin and the South Siders, minus 130. Man, there was a time, maybe early in the season, where we would have cut off a toe to bet this one at minus 130. Very difficult to back Davis Martin here. And I think it's ditto for Andrew Abbott. Let's dive in. I mean, Abbott's been rotten all year. And there's a lot of fantasy herbs out there doing the doing the fucking hand rub. Yeah, because they warned us the underpinning stuff wasn't there. I mean, I was chasing Abbott. But some pitchers are able to outperform those peripherals. Remember, they're not gospel. And then you get Martin, who's been so bad for long enough, it's dragging down his entire season-long numbers. Man, this is getting rotten. Martin down to a 57 first strike, 89 zone contact. Now, he has kept the ball down and limited some contact, but I feel like that's all going to be front-loaded. If you've been following the Martin stuff, it's been rotten lately. 7.5 ERA, 150 whip, last 30 days. Sierra over 4 3/4. KBB down in the single digits, not to be outdone by Abbott. Sierra north of 5.5 with a 2% KBB. I mean, oy. Of course, we had the Reds yesterday, and fucking Castillo spun a gem. He did the 360 tomahawk fucking slam in our faces. But these events are all independent, and it could happen today. I happen to have the White Sox up on the board first. Their splits versus lefties are not any good. They've gotten some extra base hits because they're not chasing, which we like. Pulling hard hit balls, which we like. Yeah, you got to give them the edge. Red Legs v. Righties last 2 weeks. Again, this feels like the Yankees in that it's starting to shake, right? We're seeing some power. They're taking walks. Hard hit fly balls with pull and barrel. Man, this is why I was buying this yesterday. I may go back to the well on the Reds team total here. Just looking to jump on. It's the same exact price, 3.5 minus 130. I'm curious. I kind of want to see the game log from Martin. It feels like it's just been atrocious. I know people have been out there tweeting this guy is broken. I don't know what the hell happened. Anyone know what happened in the last game? He only went 1 inning. Maybe it was rain. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? I don't know the answer to that. Josh, I appreciate you, man. Hopefully the Reds did bring their bats today with us, no block. Josh, again, always staying, and I appreciate you, man. You're the best. Oh, okay. I appreciate that too. See, I could do a little better of with the orange. Cadillac, and this for everybody. The orange is a 3.5 team total. We really want to highlight those. It's great to know right off the bat. And if you're doing the Jeff thing or the Jason thing where you might be lowering into alts, it's really helpful. Jackfish says, DK has no home run by Yanks first 3 innings, minus 130. Wow. Wait. Is that a bet? Is that a thing? No home runs first 3 innings? Minus 130? You sure? I want to believe you. But like, man, that sounds. Yeah, No Block says Castillo is due, maybe. Will Flam asking who offers those kind of weird bets. I know I get that question also. DK is very good with that, and I kind of despise DK, but they're usually very good with that stuff. They have just every offering you could possibly fathom. And I want to get back on the Reds offense in the bounce back spot. Martin gave up 9 to the Red Sox, 4 to the Yankees, 4 to Houston, 5 2/3, gave up 1 against Toronto, but then back to 5. So he's given up, at least 4 of 5, at least 4 runs in 4 of 5. I don't want to count that last one. They only went 1 inning. If they only go 1 inning, the White Sox pen isn't any good. So we'd be all about that anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna mark it and kind of. I don't want to say go against my better judgment because I think following the last thing you saw is something that like novice bettors do, and sharp bettors say no. We're modeled at nearly 4.5. Holy crap! Did I forget? I forgot the orange boxes today. I did. I'm gonna get them in a minute. I can't believe I forgot all this shit. I think it might be on mine, and maybe I didn't move it over. Sorry, people. I'll take care of that. All the weather stuff, and although it's been cool outside. Anyway, I guess you know what it was. I was focused on the fucking banners. But yeah, give me the Reds to get back in the run column hopefully today. And next up, shout out Mr. Toronto. Boston Red Laundry, Peyton Tollhouse Cookie on the bump for the Bluebirds north of the border to face old Blue Eye Max Scherzer, chairman of the board, going for Toronto. Yeah, I was a little disappointed at the line. I was hoping it was going to come in closer to minus 130 or minus 135 so I could bet my guy Toll. It came in minus 150. It's now at minus 160. I'm probably going to play the run line here. I'm not crazy about the price, though. That's kind of a turnoff. Minus 160 money line to a plus 105 run line. 65 cents doesn't really give me. It doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. I want a better offer, but I guess I understand because Boston is getting the 9th hitting frame playing on the road. The Toronto pen has been good, though. That's kind of been a little bit of a worry. But Toll is like the better pitcher by a country mile. Did Scherzer give us a decent start last time? I feel like he might have been okay last time. Hold on, let me check. Scherzer still has a little bit of arm talent. It shouldn't shock us if he's okay. MGM does not have him confirmed on the betting board for whatever that's worth. Maybe he's going to get an opener or something. Yeah, he's actually been good the last 2 starts, so maybe I owe him an apology. He went 6, gave up 1 versus St. Louis, walked 1, struck out 5. Went into Philly, went 5 1/3, gives up 2. Both were solo shots, walked 9, struck out 4. So yeah, I guess I owe Scherzer a bit of an apology. He's still a home run machine, and he's really struggled versus lefties. So it's not like I'm going to send them an edible arrangement, but maybe I shouldn't have dogpiled them. You can see the splits for Scherzer as I was scrolling or pretty weak. Though again, he's cleaned it up last 30. The Toll's been freaking amazing. I wonder if maybe I should be leaning into kind of an under here. I mentioned both bullpens are pitching really well. You can see that up on the board right now. Toronto has not hit lefties all season. It's one of the weakest splits in MLB. Right, not like right now, and not like 30 days. Just Toronto versus lefties is just one of the worst things on the board. And I feel like the Boston offense has cooled down a little bit. Nah, they're hitting. I want to check the L7 because I know they lost 5 in a row, and we could be seeing a nosedive. Now the offense has held it down. Taking walks, making contact, hitting for average. No, Boston offense is fine. I was also hoping for an 8.5, and the total's at 8. I'm kind of like, on this one. It's giving me a little bit of the ick. My gut is telling me to step in the trap. The trap that I used to get into all the time was trying to combine a money line with an under. And if you are betting a money line with an under, so in this case, Boston under 8 is plus 240. In reality, you're betting Toronto, you 2.5, right? 3, you need 4, can't get to 8. Okay, good. I have enough fingers to do that math. So it says. Thank you very much. So you should be betting that, right? Looking for the total the other way, and you probably get a decent price because the Toronto under 3.5 is minus 130. I doubt the under 2.5 is gonna be plus 240. But just to show a little perspective, like shine a little light on how you got to be careful with those bets, right? Because they quite literally say the same thing. Now there is a better payoff, and you could argue, well, I'm going to bet less. That's fine. You still need 2 outcomes opposed to 1. You know, you're probably just better off leaving this one on the cutting room floor, to be honest. Well, who's next? It's a Cubbies at the Nats. Let's go, man. Shout out the fucking batter, man. And shout out everybody in the comments. Really appreciate you guys. Look at all this great shit going on in here. Appreciate you all. Joey Lobster, what's going on, yo? Hold on. I think I'm reading this one correctly. I got a Fogazy Legazy. Yeah, I've gotten crazy Legazy in my day. What means a Fogazy? How you know it's a fucking Fogazy? You looked at it for fucking 2 seconds. You want to see this is a beautiful thing. Yes, that's a beautiful fucking thing, but it ain't my thing. Yo, Donnie Brasco, wildly underrated mob movie, really, really great because I think it's important to, they didn't glorify it, right? You got a little bit of it, like how you can fall into it, but then you see motherfucking bums and shit. You know what I'm saying? That life, criminal life. Trust me. I was not connected, but trust me, that shit don't get you nowhere but up at night, worrying your door's getting kicked in, worrying every fucking person that pulls up a car next to you is fucking on your ass or something. Man, fucking forget it, yo. Trust me. And we got any youngsters out there? Improve yourself, get healthy, find a great. I say woman, but find a great partner. You know what I mean? I think that's the most important decision you make in your entire life. It is. I have the most wonderful, fucking supportive, beautiful, smoking hot wife in the entire world, and it's the best thing ever. Josh Witt, what do you got, kiddo? I'm running back Cubs ML and over 3.5. You see now that works with itself, right? Those are correlated, right? That works with itself. Like we're going to win and we're going over because we're going to score a ton of runs. Where intuitively saying we're going to win, but it's going to go under is like we're going to score, but not enough, and they're also going to score, but right, they're not going to score, and hopefully not enough. Yeah, Joey Lobster, really good advice. Stay out of the game, kids. No dirt. Trust me. Don't do the dirts. Not fucking worth it. Especially with all the great ways to earn money. You know what I mean? Like shit in prediction markets and fuck. If we had access to the derivatives markets that I was trading, like real quick, so yeah, I'm telling you, stay away from fucking illegal shit. First of all, half the shit I did that was illegal, that was fucking you're allowed to do. But anyway, learn a trade, get fit, get a partner, get good friends. Sleep, and if you can find room for faith / like spiritual understanding that there are things bigger than you, you'll be much better off. My faith's pretty clear, but I don't like to push it on people. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's how you do this. I think, people are more interested in my faith and they're like, dude, your life looks fucking awesome. And I'm like, oh, I'm fat as shit. But other than that, it is pretty fucking awesome. All right, let's talk about some baseball. Kevin Gausman on the bump for the Cubbies. They're on the road to the nation's capital to face my boy Kay Cavalli and the Nacionals. Plus 125 to the Nats. Not to bury the lead. You can see I've got Nats modeled for a win. I'm like giving the fucking Algo the stink eye right now. I don't know if anybody, audio people, are not going to see that. I just gave the Algo like a massive fucking stink eye. I tend to like Gausman. I do like Gausman. I feel like he's been a little bit unlucky. You can see 68 left on base, 304 BABIP, where a lot of the other stuff is in check. Him working up at the zone makes me a little bit nervous. Sometimes he loses control of the splitty or whatever. And I've been a big Cavalli guy. Again, he's been a little bit unlucky too as far as BABIP goes. But all the ground balls, which we love. I have some bad luck fading the Cubs this year. Josh, I can see why you like the Cubs in the over. I get it. The Nats bullpen especially is terrible. But Gausman's been kind of rotten on the road, and even the little bit of production last 30 days, feel like maybe it's got a little bit of stank under there. So it comes down to the offenses where, like, I was ready to say the Cubs are an order of magnitude better than the Nats, but I got to eat the L on that one. Every time, it's not just me, right? Every time myself or anybody tries to bury this fucking Washington team, we end up with egg on our fucking face. L for love. Huge fucking L's for love. Right? And it's just funny because we got the tweets and we have the betting receipts. We were so high on the Nats. We were hitting Nats bets, F5s, and team totals all early year. I started to get away from it, thinking it was sustainable. Then they sell off. I fucking hit the eject button. And now it's still cashing, and even more so because the prices are better. How do they keep getting away with this? Nats are hitting right. They're just hitting right. There's no way around it. Again, I think this will be more off-season work. I think it takes a full year to digest this stuff. When we get teams that kind of impose or take on these pulled, elevated, batted ball profiles, it's very important. Minnesota is one of them. A lot of times when you see a shitty team that's kind of overperforming, that's a lot of times what's happening. They take on the approach that those teams are slowly but surely understanding that that's how you do this, son. You know, you have Tatis. Look at Tatis, a perfect example. The first fucking 2 months of the year, guy's barreling the fuck out of the ball, can't get it out. But you got Jose Altuve fucking ripping fucking line drives right down the line for home runs. That's what the park is asymmetric. So directionality fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. I'm still not at the point where I'm saying the Nats are as good as the Cubs. But I did want to take an L on trying to bury them. I mean, they're hanging nose to nose. The disciplinary stuff is a little bit whack last 7. And I think that's easily like the fail point. But at a plus 125 at home with Cavalli on the bump, you got to feel like that's easily baked into the price. Man, Nats bullpen is trying to like lure me in with the carrot going, John, we've been a little bit better as of late. Come on, bet your hard-earned money on us. And I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers. All right, hold on. Survey. Oh, man. I just, it's hard for me to get around teams that I like and pitchers I like at plus money when I've got them modeled for a win. I hate deferring to even my own model. I don't like doing that. Yeah, I built the fucking thing, but fuck this thing. Fuck you, model. My issue, of course, is always, because I'm such a cheap fuck, has got to be the pricing. I really like the plus 125 more than I like the plus 105 F5. That was the when I'm doing the Krusty the Clown, you know it's getting rough. I mean, they're rested. You know, Beater hasn't pitched in a few days. He's looked really good. Rabalta hasn't pitched in a few days. He's looked really good. And even get Brad Lord is rested. I mean, maybe I'm going to get into this. I'm going to put Washington. I'm putting the F5. After yesterday, who sweat that out with us? I know you sweat out the Colorado game yesterday. God damn, I don't know why I don't listen to my own fucking advice sometimes, man. We were on Colorado. People in the comments, much smarter than me oftentimes, was like, why would you want to do this F5? You know, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it early. You don't want to rely on the bullpen. It was Merrill Kelly in the Diamondbacks. And Feltner, right? Who's not great, but I think he's better than Kelly. And of course, they're up whatever 5-1 through 5. They were carrying Jeff, let's go. They were carrying a 5-6 run lead the whole way. And then it starts, then it begins like it's a drip, it's a drizzle, it's starting to rain, it's starting to fucking pour. I'm like, I'm sweating as shit. My God. Oh, yeah, word up. Trying to like that was me too. Sweating like a fucking ball sack. Sweating like a motherfucker out there. And the funniest part is I hope nobody, Merrill Kelly's ass. I told you, brother. He just might be hurt. But anyway. I hope I'm not going to get judged for this. I was sad to sweat that one out with my daughter, who like is super innocent. Just she's the best, man. She's a little angel, and my wife isn't feeling good. I had to run to CVS, and I'm like, I'm sweating as shit, man. So I had it on the phone clipped to the dashboard while we're driving to the pharmacy. I'm having to like announce it. What are we waiting for? So she got a crash course in sweating bats, and she was loving it, man. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I don't want to expose him to like the gambling shit, but whatever. It's sports and fun stuff. What's the fucking difference, man? All right, I think that's it. I think I'm going to go with the Cavalli F5, and I'm going to rest my case. Let the chips fall where they may. Hopefully, we could scratch one across on the gas can. Next up, looks like fighting Phils at Minnesota. Aaronola on the bump, even money on the road against Taj Mahal, Bradley, and the Twinks. This is just like books have gotten too sharp. The public is not going to be able to benefit from this shit at all. I'm not betting Aaronola. I'm not betting on Aaronola. I'm not doing it. I should, because I just said I want to bet the price when I have a modeled win. I can't play. And I like Bradley too. He's so fucking erratic. And right now it feels like he's in one of those downslides. Now he's been very good in that building. Maybe I need to give the home stuff a little more love. Again, this is something we've been talking about for the last couple of years. That a lot of times, whenever the price kind of has you going, what usually is the home stuff for the starters. And not like Nola's been terrible on the road. He's just been consistently meh. It's Bradley, the guy with the super high ceiling and the super high floor. I mean, I worry about the elevation stuff for Bradley, lack of chase, poor control. Philly's offense is starting to get it going. I'm not buying this. I can't believe the Twins are a favorite in this game. This feels like a mistake that I would make, as a younger bettor. I love big, sexy arm talent, right? That's my thing. I like strikeout stuff. I like guys that are filthy. I'm a bit pitching analyst. I feel like I'm a knower of ball. I'm a ball knower. I'm a pitching enthusiast. But that shit will get you in trouble. The Twins offense is not good. You don't want to be paying juice for the Twins on the perception of Taj Bradley. The thing that's kind of pissing me off is that we're not really on the over. I thought we'd be modeled to the over. And it's not really the case. Model likes the over more on the F5 than it does on the full game. If this was 8, I'd be running to the window to fucking smash the shit out of it. But it's not. It looks like it's 8.5. And it's like a minus 115, 8.5. So you're missing me on this one, man. As much as I like Bradley, I think the Phillies are a better baseball team. And all Nola has to do is spin together a couple frames against what's really like a pretty shitty offense. Like, what are we excited about? I'm projecting Larnack, Jeffers, Bell, Clemens, Lewis, Lee, Kieskill, Roden, Caratini. No. No. If it was flipped, right? If it was Twins even money, then maybe we have an argument. I'll maybe roll the dice on that. I don't mind kind of spitting in the face of the model for less than a quarter of a run. I don't think that's how you do this, but now where it's at, I'm on the fade, bro. Next up, Texas at Los Angeles Angels. Let's take a looky, Lou. Jake the Snake DeGrom on the bump for the Rangers, minus 157, heavy favorite on the road in Hollywood to face Walbert Urania. And the Halos, they were the only team on the report today. Ben Joyce, Sam Natera, Fermin, Luke Murphy, and Saucedo, all 2 of 3. Wyman, 3 of 4. LA right now doing the how the frick do they keep getting away with this, winning games. They won yesterday. I love Texas in this bounce back spot. That is such a donkey play. Will Flam, Nola got hit in the leg last start. No, I don't remember that. I'm a little worried about that. Love that, man. That's why you guys are here. That's why I got you here. I'm not sure what the RD is. Phillies suck in. Oh, is it on the road? Phillies suck on the road? Oh, you know what? Here, I don't actually shout this out enough. Let's take a look. I'm calling you to the carpet, player. I just don't know if it's true or not. I'm curious myself. Remember, the year-to-date tab has it's not crazy, but I think it's good for an idea of home road stuff. Wow, that's a very good call out. Yeah, Phillies away from Citizens. I got you, Drip. Yeah. Wow, D Trip on the money there. Gosh, Phillies, the well, they're horrendous on the road. Horrendous. Batting just 223 on the road, 360 slug, 289 WOBA, 79 WRC plus. Man, Phillies are just fucking terrible. Oh, I didn't know that. Great shot again. I didn't know, Josh. I didn't know that. Thank you. I got to take. Hold on. That was from my fat freaking forehead right there. Josh says, "Remember the Phillies and Minnesota game is in Iowa." The fuck does that mean? What is it? Is it the Field of Dreams game? I don't know what's going on anymore. Where am I? what the fuck, man? Where am I? I don't know. I I honestly feel it makes me feel so stupid when I miss on stuff like that. Like I have a hard time getting over it. Okay, let's get back to the matter at hand. Like the banner says, we're covering Texas and Minnesota. I mean, Jake the Snake is awesome. People are kind of bagging him for whatever reason. If it's a 3.87 ERA, I mean, he has a 2.95 BABIP, a 12.5 homer fly ball rate. We know he's going to give up ding dongs every once in a while. Urania is this is so unsustainable. To have a 12% walk, 54 first strike, and then be trying to play the BABIP game? Yes, he's an elite ground baller. Understood. Like, read you loud and clear. We love the 53 ground ball, 33 hard hit. Absolutely. Just 6 home runs in 100 innings. Ain't not a thing wrong with that. However, to be offering free passes and then playing the ball game, yeah, Jackson says, what is this life word? Where am I? That's no way to do this, right? Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. D-Trip, yeah, Field of Dreams. Thanks, man. I need help. I need help. You believe that asshole said that I put my phone on and talk into it? Like, that was so. Yo, man, talk about knowing how to get under someone's skin. Call me fat, ugly all day. I wear that shit, man. I understand truth. But fuck, that really got under my skin. Like, I sandbag you guys. Like, I don't put in max effort. Come on, it's fucked up. All right, so I'm not buying a uranium thing. Plus, Texas lost yesterday again. They're winning today. They're going to kill. This is boomer shit. Bounce back spot. Get right spot. I don't think I ever say that. Whatever. DeGrom's had a really awful set of luck the last few starts, and I think people are just going too far on him. I didn't realize it was like a 6 ERA, though. How bad? What the frick happened here? He had 2 5-run starts. He was excellent against Baltimore last time out. I mean, the BABIP in the bad games is like north of 500. I'm always more worried about the home runs. I mean, DeGrom has given up. Check this out. He has 2 home runs allowed in his last 36 innings. If I'm not worried about DeGrom home runs, Josh may love me. If I'm not worried about DeGrom home runs, I'm going back on the train. But I'm going to probably pay the freight for the cover. At least it's on the right side of even money. I can't really pay the minus 160. There might have been a good favorite. Do we have another favorite in there? Maybe we could do something like that. Because that's what this feels like. I think Texas easily wins this shit. Let me get down to Texas run line. I saw a plus 110. Of course, you got to shop it around. Do we like any heavy favorites today? Oh, but yeah, I mean, listen, you could bear Boston and Texas. That feels like kind of shitty. Trent says DeGrom under 17 and a half outs. You know, anytime he's out there, distance can be a concern. He's only averaging 16 anyway. So that's not a bad call out. Do me a solid, players, although, you owe me nothing. If you put out a bet, put out the price. Because then we could like really sign off on it for the audio people that are listening later on instead of like, under 17 and a half outs, I like that. But right, we're always talking price. So we've got no love for DeGrom in the chat. The thing that puts me over the edge is the bullpen. I don't think they have the firepower to get innings 6, 7, 8, and 9, even 7, 8, 9 if it's close. So I'm gonna go Texas on the run line again. I like the bounce back spot. Next up, last but not least, hope you're enjoying the banners. Hope you realize I'm always trying to put in work. Thank you very much to make this show a little bit better every day and avoid the slings and arrows of the internet trolls. Next up, it's the Cheesemakers, and don't mess with the Shane Drohan. I would do this. Plus 125 on the road in Hollywood, always up to no good. To face Roki Sasaki and the Trolley Dodgers. Man, that Royals bet really hurt yesterday. When you have two separate leads in an F5, two separate F5 leads as a plus 150 dog, you were on it. But now what should we have gained from that? The answer was the over, right? We weren't buying Lauer and we're afraid of the Dodgers always, or the team total, right? That plus 150 was right there for the taking, and we hit them, right? We hit the Rockies. I have a problem with my expectation for winning is extremely high. I know I don't complain. I don't get all fucked up, and no matter if we win or lose, I'm here with a good attitude in the chair every day. I think sustainability through work ethic is one of the most important things outside of risk management. But trust me, I want to win every fucking bet. In fact, I had somebody DM me, and they were like, sorry about the rough season. You work really hard. I was like, dude, we're up. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, right? I'm very honest, but we're up. He's like, but you only tweet losses. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's how I am. I expect to win everything. When I win, I nod and go back to work. When I lose, I'm pissed. Plus, I don't know. I that's like a weird thing in this creating in the tout betting space. People are. I think accountability is important. So I like to make sure that I have the receipts and I'm not like emoji. I tweet, I get my ass reamed all the time. Shit happens constantly. All right, so back to getting my ass reamed constantly. I've been on a lot of Dodger unders this year. Wolf Lamb says Brewers ML. ML Live just play the spot. You probably get a pretty decent price. Josh says, yeah, Freeman fell. He'll probably be out. I just think I'm on the under. I'm modeled to the under. We have a heavy favorite at home. Sasaki's been really damn good lately. I mean, he's been really damn good. Trent says that DeGrom bet was minus 110. The only thing with the older guys is he'll wait, like they'll send the pitcher coach back into the dugout. That's the only thing. But yeah, I think you're good. Yeah, Jack said that had to hurt. That sucked. Anyone over 40, we really felt that. We woke up sore with that. All right, so let's take a look at the actual baseball game we're supposed to be talking about. I've been a big Drohan guy. It's not really playing out in the spreadsheet. There are a lot of things that we like. When you can win in zone, get ahead, get your called stuff over, and keep the ball in the yard, that's a very, encouraging foundational case. I think he's been really unlucky. I hate to keep using that. But for a 6.26 ERA, 140 whip last 30 days, the expected ERA 3.88, Sierra right at 3.7, 18.5 KBB. That's more what we expect from him. Sasaki, they fixed something. He's been incredible. So I don't think I'm looking to challenge him because I don't really love the price. Now, granted, I like Drohan more than I like Daniel Lynch per se. But I'm worried Sasaki's going to shove. So the more I look at this, the more I just like the under. Brewers haven't hit righties for shit. TVJ, I'm sorry, kiddo. Batting 216, 375 plate appearances versus righties last 2 weeks. The slug has dipped below 300. That's atrocious. Way too many Ks, way too many ground balls. Really good argument. Sasaki just pushes them around today. Dodgers v. lefties has been a pretty strong split. So again, I think they win, but who doesn't? They're a tremendous favorite. Like to say you think a minus 150 favorite's going to win is obviously not AP chess here. But in this one, I actually believe it. But my strength is to that 8.5. That 8.5 is too high. It should be an 8. And I think the Dodgers carry a little bit. Too much weight. Sorry, Chris, I see your emails. Give me a second. I have to in case people are wondering how this fucking works. When you send a request, I have to cross-check it on the sub list. Unfortunately, there are people that, are like share and like using it after they're not supposed to and stuff. I do whatever. I have baseline checks. So if I'm ever slow to approve, it's not because I'm futzing around. I'm on air and I just can't do it. I'll get to you in 1 second, my man. Really can't. I can't bump my own Dodger stuff enough. Josh likes Dodgers team total over 3.5 and the money line for me. That's a decent pairing too, right? You think if they get to it, they kind of run the table. I like that, dude. I got a big one in here. Let's see. Cricket fam, I don't know how. I mean, I'm very sorry. Father suffering, failure. Help me fundraise. I wish I could, man. If you have a GoFundMe, post it. And I could ask people to it. I'm not a needle mover or a fundraiser, but I am very sorry. I don't want to look past it. I don't want to make it seem like it's unimportant. But I don't know how. Like I don't know how. Yo, T, good to see you. I appreciate you, man. Please, everybody, please press the like button and the subscribe button. Apparently, I'm supposed to be monetized. I'm gonna try and deal with this shit over the weekend. I'm so fucking busy. I need help. All right, that'll do it, everybody. Let's get the frick out of here. How'd you like that band at work, huh? Shout out the production crew, which also happens to be me. So, from the one-man band, Big Johnny Stud, how about a little recap? We got a couple of minutes. I had Cleveland to win with Messick on the bump, Pittsburgh to win with Ashcraft on the bump, the Reds to finally score 4 runs, unlike yesterday, the Nats to get the F5 at plus money versus Chicago. That one makes me a little bit nervous. I think I'm pairing the Rangers with the Red Sox, and I think I'm out on everything else. Though we'll do it. Thank you for picking up what we're putting down at Corked Stats, the fastest freaking show in MLB absolutely anywhere. Yo, if you're into fantasy football stuff, I've been getting at least a question a day. Hey, do you do fantasy? I'm like, yeah. And wait till the betting starts. Fantasy is really, I like to set up the science. But I have fantasy football videos on the same channel, Corked Stats. Go to the playlist. They're all in the fantasy football playlist, or they're under the video tab. I didn't stream all live. I'm trying to I don't know. I was trying to learn about building the channel, whatever. You don't care. I don't understand a lot of this. Writing at Rotoballer, writing at The Athletic. I have a lot of shit out there. I'm going to be writing for the Substack also. I think those matter less. I think those are like quick hitter things. The first version of the week 1 model is up. Fantasy player ranks are getting updated basically every day at this point, right? We want some of that Cyrus Allen ass. That's how this thing is done. You want to be shuffling those late round guys. One, because the guys that we liked that are now moved way up, you don't want to force. And, you don't want to overpay. It's getting kind of slim, but I have a new crop. And if you sign up, you will too. So look out. I think tomorrow I got Theo Greminger. Let's go. We're going to talk some fantasy football. Monday sounds like Pete Nova. And then I'm going to try and do a counterpoint episode also. I'm not sure if anyone's been following me long enough to remember those. So since like all the really popular people big timing and don't want to fucking talk to me, they don't want to be my friends. I listen to their shows. I take notes and I argue with their points, right? So I think a lot of it is really cool. I don't always disagree. Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I expand. But I find it really helpful. I was talking to Pete about this. I had Overzet in the chair. I don't know. I fucked up the video. It looks like shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I got to release that as a pod. I don't know what's going on. Then I looked for the actual video to re-release it. It's missing. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm a fucking asshole. I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I? Squirrel. All right, that's it, man. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the day. When we're done with the book, enjoy the pay. I appreciate everybody for signing up. Josh, if you're looking to do fantasy football, dude, why don't you just play best ball, dude? Just play best ball. You don't have to manage the fucking leagues. All the research is right now. You set it and forget it. It's fucking cheap as shit. You could pick any price point you want. That Underdog has $1 tournaments. DraftKings has a $3 tournament. That's how I would do it. But if you're looking for cash leagues, they're everywhere. People are doing them everywhere. Like Fantrax has cash leagues. And if you're rolling with us, dude, they're probably pretty soft. They're probably pretty soft. So, all right, that'll do it. Let's get out of here. Donald Wardo, shut you out, kid. Just remember, when you work this hard, the winning feels a lot less like luck, yo. Peace out.